Y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all, about to come in, check this reaction out. Come on in, y'all. Check this reaction out. Antoine Massey. He said he trying to say that he was offered 200. He was paid $250 to escape prison. So y'all better come on in and take a seat. You might want to bring some dinner. You might want to go get you something to drink. You might want to go get something to eat. But first of all, I want to give a shout out to Say Cheese, because Say Cheese was the only one who had this interview. He didn't want to interview jail phone call I don't know what that means. But what I was saying though, Say Cheese, I'm gonna give a shout out to Say Cheese. He did a jail phone call with Antoine Massey, and what I want to do is get my reaction on it. I don't trust Antoine on believe nothing he's saying, though, just my reaction. So what I want to do is, like I said, I want to give a shout out to Say Cheese. I listened to the interview, y'all. I listened to the interview, and I also saw when they first escaped from prison. And I know it was inside job. It didn't make sense. I know that much. It didn't make sense. But the offering $250,000, I'm not riding with that part. But it was mostly like it was a breakthrough. It was they escape. So what we want to do, we want to listen to what Antoine Massey has to say, and I will react on it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna stop the video, and I'm gonna start the video back. Okay, you're not gonna sit here and just listen to the whole video. This reaction channel.
And I got Antoine Massey on the phone, man. Exclusive interview. He recently went viral for, being one of the inmates on May 10th of 2025. He became, one of the last inmates that was found, and that's how he grew his fame, man. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing my head. I can't complain, brother. I can't complain.
Yeah, so news just broke that you got sentenced to 60 years. We'll get to that. But let's talk about May 10th, man. How did now that everything's behind you, you've already been sentenced. Let's talk about May 10th when you broke out of prison. Out of jail, man. How did that come about? Like, was that something that you were plotting on for a minute, or?
Man, listen, let me tell you, man. Right now, bro, a lot of people in the world did not know what truly happened. They said that we broke out. Well, we did not break out the jail.
Okay, Antoine. First of all, you got to come out and come out. Y'all did break out of jail. Okay, you broke out of jail. Yes, you did. You broke out of jail. Y'all ran out of jail. Y'all was in there breaking out of that jail.
Talking about a maximum security prison. You feel what I'm saying? When I first went to that jail, bro, you have to go through the machine. So nowhere in the world that you can have no type of metal object or nothing to carve out the wall or to break nothing, bro. My name is Antoine Massey. They said that I escaped several times, right? I've never been convicted of escape ever. Except all of the
Okay, so, but Antoine, why would they said that you attempt to escape several times? They said attempt. They didn't say you escaped. I think they said one time. I thought one time they said you escaped, but I think they said that you attempt to escape. Okay.
If you Google my name, I've never been convicted of escape. But I'm about to put you in the world basics of what really occurred in Orleans Parish. You heard? I went to Orleans Parish jail in 2024. I was in jail for some rule violations. So when I was in jail, they got a woman named Susan Hudson. She's the head sheriff of Orleans Parish, and you got a DA named Jason Williams. He's the head DA of Orleans Parish prison, right? Okay. Now, I'm a Muslim. So during Ramadan time, this woman in particular picked me out of all the inmates that's in the facility. If I'm so much of a escape risk, why would she pick me to come feed up every inmate that's in there that's Muslim? Okay, listen, this would occur. All right.
Okay, so you saying that out of all the Muslims, they just say, pick you, we're gonna pick Antoine Massey. But Antoine, you had plenty of time to think about this setup. You done been in jail long enough. You should have thought about that. There's still no excuse.
2024, everything that I'm saying is on camera. I go to the kitchen to feed up, right? So when I go to the kitchen, this woman, Susan Hudson, which is the sheriff of Orleans Parish, me and her is on camera. She asked me, she said, do you know who I am, Antoine? I'm like, yeah, I know who you is. She was like, okay. She like, I got you out here for a reason, right? I'm like, nah, I wonder why you picked me, but all right, yeah, like, what's up? Like, what's your motive? Like, what you got me out here for? She was like, that I've been paying attention to, I know everything about you. I'm like, huh? Like, she really fucking me up. She's like, I know everything about you.
Well, the lady run it. She a sheriff, but she run the jail. They know about all of y'all. Okay.
All right, she's like, yeah, and I know that you never open your mouth on none of your cases. And I'm like, yeah. So she like, well, I said you escaped several times before. I'm like, yeah. She was like,
But you said yeah. She said you escaped several times, and then you said yeah. So why did you say yeah when she said you escaped several times? Why you say yeah if you didn't never escape before?
Would you be willing to take $250,000 to feed on the civilian? I'm like, what? Like,
I don't believe that, Twan. I don't believe that. Cause if she was gonna give you $250,000 to escape, where your money at? Where's your money? Come on, boy. Even if she said it was a trap, why did you fall for it? And you're a Muslim. You're supposed to know all that. Why did you do that? And she said, if you want to say she said that she offered you $250 to escape, why would you do it?
It may sound factual, but just everything that I'm telling you, this world, right? So I'm about to open up a can of worms that the whole world is doing.
Wait, let's go back. Let's go back because you sound a little fuzzy. You said you were okay. She offered you what again?
She offered me $250,000 if I was to make it out the prison. This is what the sheriff of.
She probably was saying, since you don't escape before, she bribed you. She was just talking junk to you. She said, I give you $250,000 if you escape from there. Come on, Antoine, you know what she was doing. If she said that. I'm not gonna trust what you said, because what you did to that girl, I'm not gonna trust you what you said, okay? I ain't gonna go by no looks or nothing. I ain't gonna trust what you saying.
All these parents told me. Wow. So I'm like, I start laughing. I'm like, you serious? She's like, yeah, I'm serious. And they had another police right there on side of me. Now, everything that I'm telling you is on camera footage, gentlemen. So boom, so I'm like, oh, she really serious. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna see her. So I kept seeing the cooler. All right, I go back alone, bro. But I couldn't make no move for her because I violated my parole and he shipped me upstate, right? So when he
Okay, you violate your parole. Come on, Antoine. Come on, nigga. You're a street man. Come on now.
shipped me upstate, I wound up coming back to jail on the charges that I'm initially on right now. The charges that I'm convicted for the woman. So when I wound up coming back to jail in 2025, they shipped me from St. Simon in Paris. I was on only one charge, a domestic violence charge. That's what I was on. St. Simon in Paris, I paid my fine and they shipped me to Orleans.
A domestic violence. Come on, Antoine. Come on now. And then that domestic and what you did to that girl, come on, man, makes you a criminal, whether you don't want to be addressed as a criminal. And then that $250,000, it's a lot of questions you should have been asking her. How I supposed to get $250,000? Where I supposed to get that from when I do escape? How is she going to give you $250,000 and you never did get your $250,000 and you did escape? Where's the money? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Paris. When I got in Orleans, Paris in 2025, a woman walked up to me and was like, "Damn, your husband offer still stands. You come to the tip, come in the key and something." I was like, "Yeah, all right." And the woman's like, "Man, y'all tripping." So I'm in jail bad already. You hear me? So I wound up going to court. My first court, to get a fine for the domestic that I'm on in Orleans Parish. So they had like an inmate count, like not an inmate count, like it's like a public defender lawyer. That walks up to me like, "Man, I need to speak with you because you come in the room." So I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "Man, there's a lot going on with you. Do you know the situation there?" So I'm like, "Yeah, I know that investigate." He's like, "Man, he got some things that he needs you to do for him." I'm like, "What?" He's like,
Twan, come on, Twan. Do you know what you're saying? So you said that the public defendants, the police of the sheriff department, the lady in the sheriff, everybody trying to get Antoine Massey in trouble. That's what you're saying. Now this dude want to sit down and talk to you, and you fell for that?
"He got some things you need to do." So I'm like, "What do you need me to do?" He's like, "Man, somebody will be saying, but I think we want you to achieve a facility. And someone else will come and talk to you about it." I'm like, "Man, look, woman, I don't even want you to do a difference. I represented all this on camera. I fired you right there and I represented myself in open court." You hear me? They took me out the courtroom because I represented myself, and he's like, "Why are you trying to represent yourself?" Because me and you just got excited about trying to tell me they won't get me to jail. I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" So when I go back to the tip, in 2025, I go on the tip. One seat to the same thing that they said we allegedly escaped, all right? Okay.
This week,
Wow, he Twan remind me. I had a brother sit there and could tell the beautiful, the best lies you can. Boy, I tell you, he remember my brother so bad.
So boom, all right, as I'm on the tip, all right, one day, me and another individual, boom, I hear, "Bing," like something like stuff cutting. So I go look in the cell. When I look in the cell, I see a corrupted police officer cut behind the curtain. I walk out the cell. I'm like,
Okay, so hold up. You already called the police officer corrupted. Why is the police officer corrupted? If the police officer was corrupted and you're a Muslim in prison, come on, Twan. Come on. I'm not going to sit here and believe you.
boom, boom. I hear, "Bing." like, you know what I'm saying? Like, something cutting, so I was looking in the cell.
He said like something cutting. So he looked in the cell.
When I look in the cell, I see a corrupted police officer cutting behind the curtain. I walk out the cell. I'm like, man, what you doing? I'm like,
Cutting behind. What? He was cutting behind the toilet. So you really gonna sit here and blame what? So Antoine, you gonna blame you escaping from prison on the sheriff department? Now, one thing I don't understand is why ain't nobody watching y'all. That would really tripping me out. Why nobody guarding the prisoners? Why did he walk away and didn't leave nobody there on his shift to cover? Usually in a place like that, and you're in a maximum security, you hey Mike, can you watch them? I'm about to go to the restroom. You just can't get up and leave like that. So I got a problem with the officer who left his duty to go step out for a moment, then all of this happened. Now I do have a problem with that part. Now let me see what the officer doing when he cutting behind the toilet. Let me see.
I walk out the cell. I'm like, man, what you doing? I'm thinking he's doing maintenance and stuff. Not the maintenance man to be locked up.
You said, what about the maintenance guy? Hold on. Ooh. Y'all, I got some squirrels in my attic. Tell me how to get them out. But I walked out the cell, and I'm like, so you heard the cell door open, and you thought about, don't forget about the $250,000 that they offer you to escape. Okay? So you say he doing something behind the toilet. Then you walked out of your cell.
What you doing? I'm thinking he's doing maintenance and stuff. Not the maintenance man to be locked up. This is a like he over maintenance.
So he's not you said it's not a maintenance guy, but it's one of your it's one of your dudes that work with you that locked up. Okay. He like the maintenance guy over in your area. Okay. I know what you're saying on that part, but
Dude, that I'm talking about, right? So, all right, the day before we left the facility, all right, they bring haircut people on a tip for us to get our haircut. They don't never take us off the tip.
hold on. Y'all, health paper. Let me see what he said. I'm trying to hear him. Y'all, we can't hardly hear him. Let me see. What he said about the haircut? Right.
Over maintenance, this dude that I'm talking about, right? So, all right, the day before we left the facility, all right, they bring haircut people on a tip.
They bring health. Is he saying haircut paper? They bring haircut paper on a tip, whatever that is.
Us to get our haircut. They don't never take us off the tip because
Oh, okay, they brought haircut paper, I guess.
I'm a maximum, like, I'm by my back and then how it is, they're going to automatically put me on maximum security. Hear Mr. Boom. So, all right, the sergeant come call me off the pit. It's like shift change at 5 o'clock. He called me.
Okay, that's what happened. The shift changed at 5 o'clock, and he knows that the shift. Them guys in prison smart. He knew that the shift changed at 5. They know what time everything happened, so he even know that the shift changed at 5 o'clock.
Another individual off the tip, homie. So when he called me off the tip, I'm like, what's down? He's like, man, look, check this out. I want you to read this text message. All this on camera that I'm telling you about. Show me the phone, right? The phone says Jason Williams J.J. Spell 6 Turners will be cut worry about no police, none of that.
Say what? Damn. Let me put it right here.
He called me and another individual off the tip, homie. So when he called me off the tip, I'm like, what's down? He like, man, look, check this out. I want you to read this text message. All this on camera that I'm telling you about. Show me the phone, right? The phone said Jason Williams Grade 6. Spell 6 turners will be cut for y'all to go through the turners.
Cut. Okay. Jason Williams, the seller, will be cut for y'all to go through the turn. Now it seemed like this was planned. This was planned with the people, with some of the prisoners that work in the prison. I think this was planned within them, than the inmates. But he put it on them. I just want to know, when did he ever get his $250,000?
The time, the date, and everything is said. You don't have to worry about no police, none of that. This was a text message that I was. All right. Susan Hudson and Jason Williams had the same motive, but did not know that these both had the same motive and trying to use me to do this. All right. Now, why Susan Hudson wanted me to leave the facility? Okay, listen. Susan Hudson been asking the government of Louisiana for money for funding the jail, so she can steal portions of the money. Right?
But Antoine, do you think these people would jeopardize their job? Who got family just for some money funding for the jail? Just to let y'all out? They ain't even got to go that route.
That was her motive, all right? And Antoine,
And that was her motive, y'all. I'm just surprised you didn't even step in and say nothing. Right here, you supposed to ask this dude right here a lot of questions. You supposed to ask him a lot of questions. You paying him, so you should have been asking him a lot of questions, because really he's talking and you believe in him. He talking about that was her motive, to let them out of prison like that so they can get money for the prison. So why would somebody offer you $250,000?
all right, boom, they gon' catch her. She know that in her mind. They gon' catch her, but she gon' blame it on the government like I've been.
What? What? Let me bag this right here up. Toy. That they gonna catch him, but it's supposed to. Did they?
Jail, all right, boom, they gon' catch her. She know that in her mind.
She said they going to catch him. Well, Antoine, they were gonna catch y'all anyway. They was gonna, anytime you escape from the prison, they gonna catch you. They're gonna find you. So don't make it seem like she wanted you to escape so you could. You don't went to 4 different people wanted you. Was going to get you, want you to escape. 4 different people. First you said the lady offered you $250,000. Then you said that the attorney spoke to you. Then you said another guy talked to you. And then here it is, you said about Susan, know that you know you gonna get caught anyway. You gonna get caught anyway. What is you talking about?
Catch her, but she gon' blame it on the government like I've been telling y'all that
She gonna blame it on the government. So he's saying they all jails, maximum security prisons need work done in the prison period. That's just like a building period that you work in. They need it. They need a lot of maintenance. Okay, but still, by you being in a Muslim and stuff, you know the game. You know what time the game time. You know not to do that. You know not to fall in a trap like this. Come on now.
Government funding to live there and fix the jail, right? That was her motive. Whenever they was going to give her the money, once I...
Did you know you could be entitled to 5 or 6 your payout if you suffered a serious injury at work, like a broken bone?
I just can't believe that. Say cheese. Hold on for a minute. Say cheese. I just can't believe you ain't questioning him. I'm surprised you ain't stopped the interview and questioned this dude. Cause this don't even sound right. I mean, still, you could have made the interview a little, like, come on, he shouldn't be just talking like this. This don't even make no sense. This don't even make sense. Hold on, guys. Lord have mercy.
They're going to give her money to fix the jail. Okay, boom. Jason Williams' motive was that they have a woman that was running for sheriff by the name of the upcoming sheriff. Her name was Michelle Woodford. Okay? The same woman, Jason Williams, was in an affair with this woman. All right? And his motive was to make...
Hey, you know about their affair and all? Come on, Antoine. God, dog. And the motive was to get you to do all this. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Look bad on the sheriff. Like, all right? If people break out of jail by the sheriff, the sheriff term coming up, it's going to make her look bad. Like 10 inmates or however many inmates go to the hole, it's going to make her look bad. Huh?
That don't make sense because y'all, but now that's just an excuse. That's just an excuse for escaping. Because the jail, the prison does need, all prisons need, maintenance work and stuff like that. And they didn't have to have no, this don't make sense. It just don't make, see, Cheese ain't saying nothing to him.
They both had motives, but it's like a big conspiracy, but they use me, bro.
A bit of conspiracy. They got a motive and a conspiracy? They got a motive and a big conspiracy? What are you saying?
And the key target to do this.
And a key target? A motive, conspiracy, and a key target. Come on, Antoine. Come on.
When you were offered the $250,000, what was going through your head at the time? I knew you knew it was too good to be true, right?
Man, listen, to be real, bro, like, I really thought it was planned. Like I ain't know, like...
You thought it was a plan. Duh. So now we got a motive, conspiracy, and a plan, and something else I said, Antoine. I can't remember all this stuff you saying. Motive, conspiracy, plan, and something else you said. Wow. You're a mess.
Man, this shit is like, sometimes I'm innocent. I ain't supposed to be in jail. I'm like, man, what the
You innocent? How in the heck are you innocent? Ooh, Antoine. Ooh. say, gee, you should have more than one question as that dude. It's a lot of questions you could have asked him. Good, goodly doodly.
Years like that, it was so fresh to me until when I woke that cell. And I saw that fucking turn that's really loose. And when I moved the turning, like they got rebar, bro. That goes behind the turning, bro. You were like, alright, they got like 7 bolts that pulls the turning to the wall. You have to have a metal stump, bro, for that whole. You could take
Yeah, it's because y'all partners. Y'all got partners who help them work. You just said the boy is a maintenance guy, and he work and he a prisoner, and he came in there and did something behind your toilet, and you came out of there. He got all the tubes. He can get the tubes for you. Good Jesus.
100 niggas that try to move that turning, it's not gonna move. If you only how that it has to be unfolded from the back side of the turning for it to come loose. And then after that, it got iron rebar run through the wall, bro. So somebody has to use a power saw to cut that.
Your buddy, the maintenance guy. Y'all buddy did that. They said they questioned him.
You get it?
Right, I get you.
Yeah. So, and another thing, I'm listening to you.
So you're hearing all this, everybody's telling you to escape, right? But then you see somebody in the cell cutting it open. What's
Right.
running through your mind when you see it's a way to get out?
Like, to be real, what was running through my mind, I'm like, man, these people really serious. And it's like,
What? You said like, man, these people really serious. Come on, Antoine. You know what, y'all? I told y'all he reminded me of my brother. My brother can make up the best serious stories, and it sound real. So you watching the dude do that? You were offered $250,000. You ain't say nothing. Then you said that was the motive and the conspiracy, and you let yourself get in trouble like that. Come on, Antoine. I just want to hear you blame one thing about yourself in this interview. Just one thing.
you know, like, all right, I'm from New Orleans, like, the jail that Orleans Parish jail, like, a lot of shit go on that the first batch was at the end of the day, it's like, man, I'm like, man, all right, they telling me to go, so I know I'm gonna be all right because Jason Williams already said in the text message that I'm gonna be all right.
And Jason Williams, he just blaming you. Oh, he just blaming your text. Come on, Antoine.
You put it back out of world about the police, though. Listen, let me show you how corrupted it is, though. All right, these people sitting on the national news that they know that we was let out of jail. Okay, we left the jail at 1:00.
They left the jail at 1:00. They changed shift at 5.
The sheriff ain't reported to 10:00 the next morning, bro. All right. After.
And the sheriff reported. You sure know the news, though. You been keeping up with that news, though. You kept up with that news, though. Your timeline and everything. So you said it was 10:00 the next day when the sheriff report y'all missing. Y'all were gone since 1:00. 5:00 they changed shift. Y'all knew y'all could have got out of there and gone, and they got a maximum security. And y'all got over that fence like that. That's crazy.
The jail let out happen, bro. Okay, after the jail let out happen, they didn't launch an investigation on the cell to 7 days after. You know how much. they could have put in that cell, how much, oh yeah, it was just another big cheap perk, bro. What inmate you know about to break out of jail and
So, he said, what? I'm surprised. He said, hold on, y'all. He ain't blamed himself yet. Y'all done told Antoine he cute so many times until he letting his cuteness think that he can get away with stuff. But I can see behind them tattoos.
man, listen, to be real, bro, like I really thought it was planned, like, bro, like I ain't know, like, I'm like, man, this shit is like, you know what I'm saying, I'm innocent, I ain't supposed to be in jail. I'm like, man, what the fuck going on? You hear me? Like, yeah, it was all fresh to me until when I walked that cell and I saw that fucking turn and really loose. And when I moved the turning, like they got rebar, bro, that goes behind the turning, bro. So when like it's all right, they got like 7 folks that pulls the turning to the wall. You have to have a metal stump, bro, for that whole. You could take 100 niggas and try to move that turning, it's not gonna move. If you only how that it has to be unloaded from the back side of the turning for it to come loose. And then after that, it got rebar, iron rebar run through the wall, bro. So somebody has to use a power saw to cut that. You get it?
Right, I get you.
So, and another thing, I'm listening to this.
So you're hearing all this, everybody's telling you to escape, right? But then you see somebody in the cell cutting it open. What's running through your mind when you see it's a way to get out?
Like, to be real, what was running through my mind, I'm like, man, these people really serious. And it's like, you know, like, all right,
No, Antoine. If that was the first thing should have ran through your mind. I mean, these people trying to set me up. That's what should have ran through your mind. These people trying to set me up, man. Y'all trying. You already said that it was corrupted. Why? You should have said, "Oh, I ain't about to fall in y'all trap. I ain't about to get in this." That's not what you said.
I'm from Florida, you know what I mean? Like, the jail that Orleans Parish jail, like, a lot of shit go on in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, man, I'm like, man, all right, they telling me to go, so I assume I'm going to be all right because Jason Williams already said in the text message that I'm going to be all right. Instead of I got to worry about the police or nothing. Listen, let me show you how corrupted it is, though. All right? These people said on the national news that they know that we was let out of jail, okay? We left the jail at 1 o'clock. The sheriff had reported to 10 o'clock the next morning, bro. All right? After the jail let out happened, bro, okay, after the jail let out happened, they didn't launch an investigation on the cell to 7 days after. You know how much stuff they could have put in that cell?
Antoine was sitting there looking at them, y'all. He would listen to them. He was looking at the news.
Oh yeah, it was just another big cheap perk, bro. What inmate you know about to break out of jail and have enough time to write 2 with all this dumbass shit on the wall? What inmate you know?
Well, y'all had time enough to write on there because y'all had somebody was doing one thing while somebody else was trying to be funny. Yeah, they had time enough to write on the wall.
And another thing I want to shine a light on, all right? If you look at the news clip and when you see everybody running off the dock, all of us running off the dock at the same time, right? You know that, right?
Yeah.
What street nigga, what street person you know about to wait on another individual to escape? Once a nigga goes,
Y'all wasn't waiting on nobody. Y'all were getting the hell on. Y'all wasn't waiting on nobody. Y'all were running. What is you talking about? Y'all wasn't waiting on each other. Y'all were hawking. Y'all were getting up through there. Y'all wasn't waiting on nobody. Falling on the ground and stuff. Knowing y'all were going to get caught. There were too many inmates missing.
I'm not about to wait on the nigga and none of this. Everybody left out the door at one time, homie.
But yeah. Everybody trying to get the hell on. Y'all wasn't waiting. What that one thing I can say when we gonna look back at that. All of they weren't waiting on nobody. They were jumping. I was like, what the world?
Showing you how corrupt these people is, bro. Listen, like right now, I got 60 years, bro. Bad as a motherfucker, bro. When I say bad, bro, all right, my victim was my girlfriend, bro. All right.
Oh, your victim was your girlfriend who you had no honor to and abuse. How did it end up being that?
This is what occurred with this situation. All right, I let you know about the letter. I gave you everything about that.
Wait, slow down, because I want you to paint the picture for the listeners. Like thousands of people are going to be listening to this. So,
my journey to trading, like that learning curve, has
So you should have asked him more questions.
The stuff that I'm learning,
Antoine.
so for people, okay, right? Did y'all converse with each other? Did y'all communicate with each other about the escape and what y'all was gonna do?
Okay, listen, check this out. Like every individual that left that facility have their own story about who came talk to them or whatever the case might be. The night when the day before someone came pulled us off the pier. I told you it was me and another individual. But I'm gonna let him tell his side of the story whenever everything really hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? But the people already got the camera footage. Everything that I'm saying already got the camera footage. So, okay, when the night of, a lot of some dudes didn't know that this was about to occur. When I moved the turn, the night of, when you
Antoine, come on now. Antoine. Y'all playing this.
showed me the text message, the day before, I went, look, the turn was kind of loose, but it wasn't all the way taken off yet. So I walked on the cell. I was like, man, these people really serious. All right, boom. Now the night of, I went in the cell. Boom. When I went in the cell, the whole turn was loose. They had a big old hole behind the turn and everything, you hear me? So, I would talk to another individual. He's like, man, y'all already know what's going on, bro. And it went from there. Everybody was, talking about what's going on and shit like that. But a lot of people didn't know who really was who was behind the spring pillars. It was politician reasons, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It was us and Jason Wood didn't tell each other, bro. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't know that they was both trying to do the same thing diligently, but they had two different motives. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Antoine, they can't. You acting like they the prisoners. And y'all the politicians.
And were you putting your plan together about, what you were gonna do when you escaped?
To be honest, bro, like by me going through this situation, bro, like before, by me these bills before, like I know how to move. You know what I'm saying, homie? Like I'm. It's like you gotta be a dope, bro. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Man, this don't make no sense. He in there for domestic, not in there for murdering nobody. Even if this did happen the way he said it did, I wouldn't have did that. He a Muslim. They got some sense, y'all. They wouldn't even fall for that okie dokie like that. They know gonna well them folk won't go off. They wasn't gonna give them no two. It's just like me said, Twan, I bet you $250 you want to escape out of here. But they didn't say here go $250,000 for escaping out of here. since you're gonna, it ain't like they knew that you was gonna escape. They were playing with you. You know how y'all be playing with them guards.
Both you gonna get caught ASAP. You know what I mean? Like the people you got ATF, Homeland Security, the CIA. You know what I'm saying? Now you had everybody on the book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, can you take us through that night when you escaped when you ran out? Like, I know the girl that I guess is involved in your case. She allegedly helped you.
No, listen. This is why girl got arrested, bro. All right. Girl didn't know nothing about nothing. All right. Listen. Girl laid up there when I left the facility. All right, and hit the news, right? So what she did was she called my little sister, and my little sister was on a charge with me too. She called my little sister and asked my little sister like, "Oh, is Antoine by you?" You know what I'm saying? And she like, "No." You hear me? Like, she like, "Yeah, that's by you. I know you about to try to group out one of the fools or whatever. Tell him I'm gonna come." You know what I'm saying? So boom, she thinking that I'm by some of my people. So what she was doing was she got scared because she thought the police was gonna try to kill me. So what she was doing, she was calling the police, telling the police, "Oh, he in a southern wall. Oh, he over here," like giving them the spot where I really be at. But they thought she was lying.
Know about that. I don't know about that. It just, his stories just ain't adding up. Twan ain't blamed himself yet. This young man ain't blamed himself yet. He blamed everyone. He don't blame the sheriff, everybody, the attorney, the girl, the man who was taking the toilet loose. He ain't blame himself. Always blame yourself on something. Jesus.
Yeah, they thought she was lying, so they locked her up thinking she was just sending them all types of places. So that's how she got locked up. You know what I'm
She
saying?
was sending you to them places. Sending them to places. Oh, that's how she got locked up? I don't know.
But she really wasn't trying to help me or none of that. When she was trying to help me, she just didn't want to see me get killed. You see what I'm saying, homie?
Oh, no. She wasn't trying. Don't. Oh.
Know that, you know, like, she wanted to jail bad, and she wanted to get fucked up out there. You see what I'm saying, bro? So that's how she got
Well,
it.
Twan, they was telling you to turn yourself in. If they wanted to unalive you, they would have did that. But they didn't. They didn't want to unalive you. They wanted to get you, catch you, capture you. So nobody wanted nobody wanted to hurt you. Cause if they wanted to hurt you, they would have hurt you.
They really locked her up bad, homie. My little sister, I never went by my little sister's house at all. They locked my little sister up, bro, because my little sister had on the phone talking to my victim who I'm in jail for now and told him I wish he never kept my brother because I knew my brother innocent. He wasn't never supposed to be in jail. That's why my little sister got locked up. But that text message, and she got locked up because she was sending the police to different spots where she knew I'd be at. But the police was already sitting at the spot and they're checking the door and they knew I wasn't there. So they thought she was lying, but the whole time she really was trying to get the police attention so they wouldn't kill me. You know what I'm saying, homie? That's how I got.
No, they ain't doing that. No, Kyle. When they caught you, they didn't kill you. So I'm not gonna no.
Oh, God, okay? You putting it together real well now. So when you're on the run, when you're on the run, are you on social media? Are you watching the news? Are you scared? What are you doing when you're on the run?
Man, listen, bro, to be honest, homie, I saw everything everybody ever posted about even you, homie. When
Told you he was looking at the news. He was watching y'all on his social media. He was looking at the news. He was watching everything. This ain't no non-criminal.
Ken got on your podcast, homie, and this something I really.
See, he said he was looking at dude Ken got on the podcast. I don't even know who Ken is. They ain't the first time I heard that name.
On Teddy Jerry, that homie, you didn't even know me, and he was taking up for me because you felt in your heart something wasn't right. You know, what the dude's name is, with the messed up eyes and skinny.
Charleston White. Yeah, Charleston White.
Correct. I'm sitting in the abandoned house smoking the joke, bro. You're looking at the whole thing. You're bro. Like, homie was speaking down on me, saying he hope they kill me, and he knows that I did this for this woman, right? I was like, listen, bro. I'm really an innocent man, bro. They don't have nothing on me dealing with that case. You know what I'm saying? Homie old enough to be my dad. Like, why would you speak into the universe on me? You hope that people kill me.
But Twan, you can't get mad at somebody because y'all was too sensitive for me. You can't get mad at Charleston White. You did that. Charleston didn't do that. Now I want to take out, hold on, y'all. Hold on.
This app pays your bills now and you pay back later. Turn big.
This.
Remember how excited
Y'all remember,
finally
now,
went off to college?
hold on, y'all.
Well, now college is over, Mom and Dad, and here comes junior student.
Let me go back in there. Okay, this. The dudes. This when this happened. They weren't on sweethearts, inmates now. This what these dudes did, y'all, that escaped. And you just heard him talking.
A serious situation. These inmates, escaped inmates, are facing a variety of charges, including violent charges such as murder, aggravated assault, false imprisonment. So let's dig a little bit deeper here into the timeline and what happened with this brand new surveillance video. 12:23 a.m. You can see them right there yanking on these doors, pulling them off the tracks, says the sheriff. Then at 1 a.m., it is at this moment that a corrections monitoring technician stepped away from their position where they would be visually watching this pod to go grab some food. And that is the moment, the sheriff tells us, that the inmates exited through a hole in the wall behind the toilet, got into the loading dock, and you can see them right here. This is after they scaled the wall, going past the barbed wire, and then going through this interstate.
Look at them, y'all.
Now, the Orleans Parish Sheriff, Susan Hudson, says that the cells had defective locks, but they also had evidence of this being an...
Look, y'all. This is what he was telling y'all about. Them boy must be some little bit of little men's. Cause I can't even get through this wall right here. Hold on. I couldn't even get through this wall. How in the world did they get behind that toilet? How did they get in there? How they get through there, y'all? I can't even get a leg through there. Golly. So that's the toilet he was talking about. How them guys get through there? My fat butt could have just stayed there. I couldn't get through there. I have to stay behind.
Had defective locks.
And that's what he was talking about when he's talking about the wall. Yeah, one was right on there. They were right, the wall. Somebody was writing on that wall because they're writing out there.
But they also had evidence of this being an inside job. The plumbing and the rebar that you can see right here had been clean cut with those...
The plumber did that. The maintenance man did that part. Is he locked up?
bolts removed that could only have happened without...
Yeah, the maintenance guy, the guy who worked there, what Twan said, it wasn't the maintenance guy. It was the maintenance guy, the guy that I think he said was the inmate. He did that. Yeah, he did that. God, how the mans came out of there. Coodly doodly. They climbed through that little wall. Jesus.
Clean cut with those big bolts removed that could only have happened with outside help, they said. Now, officials discovered that they were missing at least 7 hours later since their escape. Since this has happened, they have suspended 3 of the employees there pending the outcome of this internal investigation. And the sheriff insisted that the moment
they should have fired them, sheriff. Cause they knew when they stepped away from that sheriff had to see the maintenance man doing it. When Twan standing outside here, it ain't all the inmate fault. We know that's not all the inmate fault. Now, we know it's an inside job. They should have got fired for been looking at the camera the whole time.
Found out, they immediately started calling victims and started calling survivors to warn them of what had happened. Now listen to this off the rails presser, Anderson, and you can see how officials are answering.
So no one was watching live video all night at the jail?
I won't say no one was watching live video, but
how did nobody see them
there are
leaving
over
the jail?
900 cameras.
How did nobody see them leaving the
There
jail?
are over 900 cameras in
No,
this
it's
facility.
just, how did no one...
Okay, it's 900 cameras. Why they got one inmate watching 900 cameras? He can't do that. That's what he's saying. They got 900 cameras. How supposed to watch 900 cameras?
see a massive jailbreak. But it's your job. It's your job to monitor every single person in this facility every day. Do you want to say you're sorry to the people of New Orleans for having this happen? I mean,
We are underfunded, understaffed, underpaid. So we do our best to hire staff and retain them.
Understaffed, underpaid. So y'all let the See, I was Twan. I went out of there because he was just in there for domestic. To me, it seemed like they involved the inmate into their unhappiness and what's going on in the prison. Like, shoot, they don't care, then I don't care. I was Twan. I would have never left. Because he not in there for no murder case.
But like everyone else, we're short.
Wow.
Wow.
Chief Ramsey, it's kind of remarkable. He's saying there's 900 cameras. If there's no one actually watching the cameras or watching the video feed, then that seems initially. Isabel said that it just happened that this person allegedly got up for food at the exact same time that the jailbreak occurred. What stands out to you about this, Chief?
Well, first of all, that timing's awful suspicious. I mean, you leave to get food at the same time these guys decide to escape. I mean, that is by itself tells you that something is just not right. There's no way they could have done this without help from the inside, and they probably have some help on the outside once they got out. I wouldn't doubt that at all. They've only caught one so far. There was
It's a mess of security. Why they ain't got no guns up there? The people, the guards on the outside. This is poor. This is poor all around. Only thing, I ain't trying to be on no fair team. I think that what they should do is not to be so harsh with their time because they found them, but not blame them. You know what I mean? Don't blame them for the things that they did.
But 7-hour gap from the time they actually escaped to the time they were noticed to be missing, 8:30, and it was another hour before they notified law enforcement about the escape. This whole thing is. So
what tripping me out? The guy who was working as a guard, when he came back from getting his food, they got an inmate right there, y'all. They running the highway. When he came back from getting his food, who didn't do their check? Somebody, when they did that 5 o'clock crew, where was everybody at? Didn't nobody do that, walk around and do the door check to make sure everybody in their cell? They wasn't even doing their job. They were mad.
And somebody's got to be held accountable. This is just not acceptable. I know that they're on.
Look at them.
Defense right now that they should be on the defense. I mean, there's just no way something like this should happen.
Wow.
Hunger Root is here.
I just wanted to bring out react to that to Antoine interview. I see a lot of problem with a whole lot of stuff with the escape. You know, I want to give a shout out. Like I said, I want to give a shout out for hold on, y'all. See, Twan, if they wanted to hurt you, if they wanted to take you out, they would have took you out. They didn't want to take you out. They didn't want to take you out. You're not. You didn't. You wasn't. You wasn't a killer, Twan. They just wanted you back in jail. You wanna. You wanna. He was just in there for domestic and other little small stuff. Now he got 60 years. All right, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section.